Hello and welcome to Vision Insights. Hopefully you are doing well, and you have also have seen my previous lectures. If you have not seen my previous lectures, I want to inform you that we are running a series of lectures on company law, specifically covering the topics of the syllabus of University of Calcutta. Myself, C.S. Trupti Upadhyay, and I am also a company secretary in employment along with a master degree holder, and recently I have also cleared my NET exam in commerce subject. So last day we had discussed about the managing director. That was a managing director's lecture part 1. So today we will be doing MD part 2. So if you have not seen my previous lecture on MD part 1, you can go back and check in the company law playlist of the channel Vision Insights, and you will get all my previous lectures. So I request everyone to please watch my previous lectures, and if you like it, please share among your friends as well, right? Hopefully this will be beneficial to everyone. Now, the target audience of this lecture is specifically the students of University of Calcutta semester 2, and we are covering your company law paper, but I would say that other students giving professional exams, and be it academic exam, professional exam, or any competitive exam like NET exam, wherein the company law subject is there, this lecture would be beneficial to everyone. So it's open to all the users, right? If you are learning company law, you can learn with us in through our channel Vision Insights. Now let's move to our lecture. Before starting the lecture, these are few reference books for you apart from this lecture, and the notes which we are giving you in this lecture are sufficient enough, but still also you want more help, you can take the help from these books. This is the website of Ministry of Corporate Affairs, from where you can access the e-book on company law. This way the e-book looks like. You have to just fill in the search panel, you have to just give your section number, and section number contents will come, and obviously these contents are up-to-date contents. Now we are doing today's topic. Today's topic is Managing Director Part 2. Today we will be learning about section 197. Previously we had done the section 196, and obviously I had asked you one question. So many of you have given your response in the comment section. So thank you for your overwhelming response, and hope you are liking my lectures. So please support us and support the channel by liking it, sharing it, and subscribing our channel. So many of you have given the answers, and many of you have given the correct answer, but my duty is to of course give you the correct answer. First we'll repeat the question for the people who have not seen my earlier video. Please go and check out my earlier video as well. And the question was whether the MD will be retiring by rotation or not, because few directors retire by rotation at every AGM, right? We know that in 152 subsection 6 the provisions are already given regarding retirement by rotation, right? So obviously these directors retire. 2/3 1/3 concept is also there. You can go back and check my previous lecture. Everything is explained when we were doing appointment of director, section 152, right? So you will get it in my video, and I'm just discussing the answer in brief. The answer is that, of course, MD we had done last year also. It's little common sense that MD is being appointed for a fixed term of 5 years by the directors, by the board of directors, or the general meeting by the shareholders, right? In general meeting. So obviously if a director has a fixed term, that is our MD, then how he will be retiring before the expiry of his term, right? He can do so, but he will not be retiring by rotation. Okay, other means are there. He can give a resignation letter, fine. But he is not a director who is eligible for retire by rotation. Okay, so this is not applicable to MD nor WTD, or nor the manager who is appointed through this section, that is 196. Okay, so thank you for giving correct answers, and hope you are liking my lecture. So please support us. Now let's focus on today's lecture, and the topic is, of course, MD part 2, and we are here with a new section and the explanation in detail. So our section number of the day is 197. Now let's understand. Here it is written managerial remuneration. So previously we had done the discussion on the appointment of the MD. Now we'll be discussing about the remuneration which the managerial personnel get. Now who are the managerial personnel? Managerial personnel includes MD, WTD or manager, right? So all these people are called managerial personnel, right? So here total managerial remuneration, total MR payable by a public company. Please viewers understand that this 197 is only applicable to the public company. So whatever we'll be learning today is applicable only to the public company. So private company and any other kinds of company, all are excluded from 197 and all these provisions are not applicable to them. Okay. So we are learning for the public company. For public company, how much remuneration the public company can pay to the managerial personnel? Managerial remuneration total should not be more than 11% of the net profits of the company in any financial year, right? And this net profit shall be calculated. A formula is given under section 198, right? So you will be using the provisions, the formula given under 198, and then you will be calculating the net profit. And how much MR is eligible? Total MR is 11% to all the directors, including your executive and non-executive both. Fine. Except that the director's remuneration shall not be deducted from the GP. Gross profit, from gross profit you will not deduct the managerial remuneration, right? So you will not deduct from GP this MR. Okay, MR is a part of a PL statement. Okay. Now we are moving into the next thing, that this 11% limit can exceed, but subject to the provisions of Schedule 5, and this can only be done through the shareholders in general meeting, right? They can increase the MR. Limit can be more than 11%, they can do it, but we have to also comply the provisions of Schedule 5. Schedule 5 specifically deals with MR. We will be doing the special lecture series on Schedule 5. It is coming. So please stay tuned the channel and you will be getting that as well from us. Next thing is written that except with the approval of the company in general meeting. And what approval? How the shareholders will approve a general meeting? It should be done through SR. So obviously, if you want to increase the limit of your total MR from if you want to make it 12%, 15% of your net profits, you can do it by passing SR. That is special resolution. Total remuneration to any one MD. Suppose in your company one MD is there, then only one person, one MD or one WTD or manager, any one of them is there, not all are there. So if any one person you are giving and that person is MD, then it should not exceed 5% of your net profits. Fine. And if there is a more than one such director, means you have also one MD, one WTD is also there, one manager is also there. So 3 people are there. Then if in case there was only one MD, we were paying more, remuneration should not be more than 5%. But if there are 3 people, okay, MD, WTD, manager, all of them are there, then it should not exceed 10% of the net profit. Okay, taken together, everyone, all the directors. Here, the remuneration paid to the directors who are not the MD, nor WTD, means they are non-executive director, not the executive director. We know the difference between executive versus non-executive. Please give me a one-line comment on this, that what is the difference between MD and what is the difference between executive director and the non-executive director. Just give me, just in brief, in the comment section below. I'll check your comments. Okay. Now we are moving into this, that if a non-executive directors are there, there is no MD in the company, no WTD in the company, no manager in the company, then obviously the directors who are present will be non-executive. So non-executive directors' total remuneration should not exceed 1% of the net profit. If MD is there in the company, 2 things are there. Please don't confuse yourself. One case is there that only the company is run by the non-executive director. There is no MD. no WTD, no executive directors. Okay, then the total remuneration paid to these directors and these non-executive directors should not exceed 3% of the net profit. And if MD is there, and apart from MD, WTD, these non-executive directors are also there in the board, then the remuneration should not exceed 1% of the net profit. Okay, please remember this 1% limit, 3% limit, 5% limit, overall 11% limit, 10% limit. In which case, which limit is applicable? It's most important for our exams. Now we are moving into the next thing, that if a company has made any default in the payment of dues of any bank, so defaulted any bank loan or the loan from a public financial institution like SIDBI, NABARD, right? And other institutions who have been designated as the public financial institution by the RBI. You will get the list of PFIs on the RBI website. Or non-convertible debenture holders, you have not paid that or not repaid them, non-convertible debenture holders, or any other secured creditor, then the prior approval of these parties is also required. So you have to take the approval of the bank or the PFI concerned, or the non-convertible debenture holders or secured creditors before increasing your payment to this managerial remuneration payment to the managerial personnel. Okay, so before the general meeting happens, wherein the shareholders will meet and pass the SR for increasing these limits, above limits which we have discussed, you have to take a prior approval from the bank, PFI, non-convertible debenture holders, or the other secured creditors if the company has made the default. Okay. The percentages which we have already discussed is exclusive of the fees payable to the director. Now again, one question for you all viewers, that which directors, which directors means executive director or the non-executive director, which director will get the fees? I mean the sitting fees from the company. Just tell me. MD will get it, or independent director will get it, or executive director will get it, or non-executive director will get it. Do some brainstorming, then I'll give you the answers as well, right, afterwards. Now let's focus on subsection 3. Here it is written that obviously the MD's remuneration, or the remuneration of payable to the directors, which we have discussed earlier in subsection 1, it will be exclusive of the sitting fees. Okay, sitting fees is the fees directors get for attending the board meeting. Every board meeting, some particular amount will be fixed by the company that the directors will get. Now you will tell me which directors will get. MD will get, or independent director will get, executive will get, or the non-executive director will get. Which kind of directors are eligible to get the sitting fees from the company? You will tell me. Okay. Now understand that subject notwithstanding subsection 1 and 2, subject to the provision of schedule 5, what is written? A company has no profit. Suppose the company do not have profits. Here previously the limits are always associated with the profits, like 11% of the net profit, 10% of the net profit, 5% of the net profit. But if at all in this financial year, suppose due to this coronavirus, next financial year, company faces loss, what will happen then? There is no profit, or the company has inadequate profit. Profit is there but not that much profit. Okay, inadequate profit. We'll learn what is inadequate profit. It is specifically given under under schedule 5. We'll be doing it. So company either has no profit, or company has a profit but their profits are inadequate in any financial year. Company can still pay to their directors, including MD, WTD, manager, by way of remuneration, exclusive, minus the fees, sitting fees, but subject to the provisions of schedule 5. Okay, so in case when the schedule 5 is applicable, only in case when the company has no profit or the company has inadequate profit, we can pay the remuneration to the managerial personnel through schedule 5. The provisions are given under schedule 5, how much to pay, to whom it is given. We will be discussing in the future lectures. Remuneration payable to the directors, including managing director, WTD, manager, shall be determined in accordance with the provisions of this section. We have already learned the limits, either by the articles of the company, or by the resolution of the board, or if if the article so required by the special resolution, right, in the general meeting. And the remuneration payable to a director shall be inclusive of remuneration payable to him for the services rendered to him in any other capacity. Okay, so this means that your limit of 11%, 5%, 10%, it will include everything. So directors are not getting anything excess than this much. This will include everything. Only one thing we have learned, this will be excluded, that is our sitting fees. Okay, sitting fees will be excluded from this remuneration calculation, this limit, that is 10%, 11%, 3%. But apart from that, every other service director gives to the company in any other capacity, if he gives, this will be included in this remuneration only. Fine? Nothing else director is getting from the company. Understand? Here it is written, but such remuneration for services rendered by the director in any other capacity shall not be included. So here are the two cases under which if the director is giving the services in any other capacity to the company, and previously we had learned that in the remuneration everything is there. It is a combo pack. You do whatever with whatever duties director does, MD does, or whole-time director does, or any other director does, this much remuneration only he'll get. No single penny more. But if a director is giving the service and the service is rendered, and this service is of a professional nature, means suppose an MD of a company is a lawyer and he helps the company in drafting certain memorandum of understanding or something, and in which he is using his skills of legal skills, drafting skills, or he is an engineer, so he is giving some professional advice, right? Then this is a service rendered in the nature of professional nature. So here whatever remuneration he will be getting, it will not be included in our 10% limit, 11% limit, 3% limit discussed under subsection 1. Another thing is there, in the opinion of NRC, if the company is covered under 178 subsection 1, NRC thinks that, or the board of director, if NRC is not there, board of director thinks that the director possesses the requisite qualification for practice of the profession. So suppose our director is a chartered accountant, right, and he is also he has some qualification, professional qualification, or he is a merchant banker, suppose, or an actuarian. Then he is giving these services to the company, which is service rendered in a professional nature, services there, professional capacity. Then obviously if NRC thinks so or board thinks so that this is a professional service and we should pay him more than or apart from which he is getting as a director, then they are free to do so. Fine. Director may receive a remuneration by way of fees. I have already discussed, for attending the committee meetings, committee of the board, or the board meeting, the directors get the sitting fees. So this will be decided by whom? Decided by the board. Board will decide that how much remuneration, how much sitting fees the other directors will get. Fine. And this act has given the maximum limit, that maximum 1 lakh per board meeting or a committee meeting can be given, not more than 1 lakh rupees. So obviously anyways the board will decide, board's discretion, how much to give. It may be 20,000 per meeting or 50,000, 75,000, 1,500, whatever. Fine. But it should be less than 1 lakh. Independent director and women directors should not get a sitting fees less than the sitting fees given to other directors. So you understood that ID gets the sitting fees, women director gets the sitting fees. Then also the answer is not complete. You should also know that sitting fees is received only by the non-executive directors. So our MD is a executive or a non-executive? MD is a executive director. Whole-time director managers, they are executive people. So obviously executive directors do not get sitting fees. Fine. So only NEDs, that is non-executive director, gets, and of course non-executive directors, women director is a non-executive, ID is also non-executive, right? So these people will get sitting fees from the company, which should not be exceeding rupees 1 lakh per meeting. A director or manager may be paid remuneration remuneration either by a monthly payment. So you can get a monthly remuneration from the company, right? Like salary. Obviously, your MD gets a monthly payment, or any specific percentage of the net profit. Independent director thinks that I am giving an expert advice, so I will take 1% or 0.2% or 5%, whatever be the discussion between the company and the director. Specific percentage of net profit he can take. We have also discussed that maximum limits are there in subsection 1, that these parties will get this much only, not more than 5%, not more than 10%, not more than 11%. So this way they will do it, or partly by monthly payment, or partly by certain percentage of net profits. Okay, so this will be a mutual agreement between the director and the company. Net profits, for the purpose of this section, calculation method or the formula is given under section 198. Okay, so thank you all, and stay tuned to our channel Vision Insights. If you have still not subscribed our channel, please subscribe it, visit our channel, view all the lectures, previous lecture which you have missed in the company law playlist, and share among your friends. Hopefully this lecture is helpful to everyone. So please share among the people, and like and share, and also give your beautiful comments below and your suggestions. And thank you all for watching. Bye.